everyone. Every company in the world wants to grow. But do they know how to? What gets in the way of them succeeding? And how is Amplitude helping them change the game? Let's find out.
So you've built a revolutionary product, app, or website. It's out there, but it's not delivering the results you want, and you simply don't know why. That's because understanding what your customers are doing is like a black box. You can't see what they're using, what they like, or where they're getting stuck. So you don't know what to fix, how to improve, or what will make the experience better. Until now. Introducing Amplitude, the digital analytics platform that's essential for every business. Out of billions of seemingly unrelated data points, Amplitude finds patterns and offers deep insights into your customers' experiences. And it shows the actions you can take to experiment, improve, and evolve, all from a single integrated platform that's fast, connected, and easy to use. So whether you're a new startup or a global enterprise, say goodbye to guesswork and hello to data-driven decisions. Let the revolution begin. Amplitude, power to your products.
All right, so you know by now that Amplitude's mission is to help companies build better digital products and experiences. Because when digital products work, they actually drive growth. What we mean by growth, they actually drive revenue. In fact, every C-level we talk to wants to keep investing in their products, especially their digital products. And every Fortune 500 leader believes that digital products are the path to future growth. But, well, it's just not that simple, isn't it? The challenge that many of these companies have, and that many of you will likely have, is that your ability to execute doesn't always meet your own aspirations. You saw it on the video. You have a grand idea about your next app or your next website, but you're getting stuck. Why is that? Well, first off, it's impossible to make the right investments building your next app or your next website if you don't have visibility into the entire customer journey. User journeys, and you heard it earlier, these are complex, and surface-level metrics are just not going to cut it anymore. Why? Because they're not nuanced enough. They're not contextual enough. And without proper user insights, your actions as a marketer or as a growth leader or as a product leader are just not going to be personalized enough. So you are mostly guessing instead of taking a data-driven approach, especially if it's hard for you to access data that you can actually trust when you want it. And these, in fact, are really critical barriers that many of you may face today. Well, let's look also at the market trends, and more importantly, the technology trends. So for instance, we're seeing a dramatic shift in digital experiences. Consumers want 24/7 real-time access across multiple channels, multiple devices, and multiple platforms. They want their content to be specific to their preferences and highly personalized. In short, they want technology to adapt to them, not the other way around. And when we look at MarTech, we're also seeing a very rapid transformation. So I want to share with you 3 key trends. The first one is product is no longer just a marketing channel. Let me say it again. Product is no longer just a marketing channel. It is becoming a revenue stream for many companies, even the more traditional companies, which makes digital analytics platforms like Amplitude even more essential to every business. Second, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is going to accelerate how companies increase their productivity. In fact, more growth is going to be expected of sales and marketing and growth product teams if they can automate the funnel and drive better ROI. Many of you, I'm sure, know the rule of 40, growth and margins. Well, guess what? It's no longer the rule of 40. It's becoming the rule of 55. So AI is going to set much higher expectations on go-to-market teams. Last but not least, marketing is no longer just investing in acquisition. And why is that? Because many customers today are churning. So it doesn't matter how much acquisition you're driving if you lose a proportional amount of recurring revenue from existing customers, isn't it? So it becomes critical for marketers especially to drive retention, to actually place retention at the center, and to develop more loyalty programs to increase customer lifetime value. What you need to get out of this slide is that your costs of acquisition need to be measured in the context of the customer lifetime value that you are creating. This is the golden rule, CAC to LTV, which makes the partnership between product and marketing essential. With the rise of product-led growth and online business, in-product engagements are becoming a critical part of the customer journey. It is therefore critical that both teams work together to drive a seamless experience across in-product and out-of-product surfaces and channels. So with that in mind, what is the right formula for success? And what should you consider as you get started? So first, you need to understand your business goals and the key use cases that drive growth in your company. Very, very important for you to understand those nuances between various use cases at the acquisition level, monetization, or retention. So is your goal, is one of your primary goals to drive top-of-funnel awareness, new logos, for example? Or is your goal to make sure that you have enough conversions from free to paid? Or would you rather focus on making sure that your onboarding process in your product is good enough and that you have very happy and engaged customers that you can then turn into advocates so that they can start referring you? You gotta ask yourselves, what is most critical for you? If everything is critical, then nothing else is really critical, isn't it? So you gotta start by setting very clear business goals and understanding the use cases. Once you've done that, your next step is to set up very clear metrics. So this is a sample, right, of metrics that we see here. For example, is website traffic or sign-up conversion your critical top-of-funnel metric? Or is it something else? Are you going to track your free-to-paid conversions? What's the mechanism? Do you have all of it figured out with your IT and your systems and your peers? But at last, not least, are you clear about what drives in-product engagement, starting at the onboarding stage? So you gotta ask yourself those questions. You gotta put very, very clear identified metrics. And once you do that, just remember, many teams are working on those objectives. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. You got to make sure that you're connecting those teams. Let's start with marketing, product, and yes, in some cases, sales teams as well. Everybody needs to be aligned. Your roles and responsibilities, your handoff process needs to be super, super clear to avoid confusion, to avoid friction, to avoid conflict. You need to make sure that your data teams and the ID teams have your back, that they're supporting the infrastructure that you're going to put in place. Next, very important for you to unify all of these teams I just talked about around a single platform. Why is that? Because a platform is the only way for you to fully integrate and connect your data to identify insights that will allow you to build the right experiences and drive, more importantly, the right outcomes. So when all the teams use the same platform, here's something that's happening. Everybody can leverage the benefits of similar insights, and those insights are compounding. Imagine you're running a campaign, you are using Braze, and then your product team is using the same insights. Wouldn't it make sense to coordinate the action between the two teams so that the in-product actions correlate with your out-of-product campaigns, right? Real time? These data-driven and connected actions become a competitive advantage for you and for your companies. Why? Because you're likely faster, but more importantly, you are likely more accurate. You know the truth. You know what drives growth. Because you've seen it into the behavioral user insights that you can get out of that platform. So all of this is done through our digital analytics platform. It is built on trusted data. You heard it earlier with Matt and Roy. Data is at the core of everything that we need to do here. This allows you to proactively manage and maintain security, compliance, and privacy. You can import and export data sources so that you can be confident that you're making the right decisions. With Amplitude Analytics, we support teams with very clear customer and behavioral insights 24/7 and in a self-service fashion. And then we can allow organizations to take the right actions using personalizations and experimentation to drive those actions and connect those actions to very specific business outcomes. Remember my first slide. You know your business goals, so you're going to take an action that's going to be connected to the goal that you've set. And of course, at Amplitude, we are working to make it easy for the teams to access the data, making sure that it's fully connected to the customer journey, right? And you can do this much faster than anybody else, right? So we are helping you turn these insights and learnings into better experiences in record time so that you can meet customers where they are in the moment. So here is how. First, we help you easily access user behavioral data and insights. Just ask Amplitude. And within seconds, get the answers that you need, visualize the results, and take the next steps. Amplitude also helps organizations get a very clear picture of the customer behavior across the entire journey. Upstream, downstream, all of this is connected. We help you understand each customer and get a window, literally, into who they are, where they're coming from, what makes them engage, where they're getting stuck, how often they come back, and how often they have purchased with you. Last but not least, we make it easy to uncover insights that you need to surface opportunities to drive growth. And without waiting for developers to stitch your applications together and all of those profiles. You can access those profiles all in one place. You can simply find your underperforming cohorts, for example, and then you can build an experiment around it. Once you analyze the results after the experiment has run its course, you can roll out the winning variant using enterprise-grade feature flags, right, to safely deliver this personalized experience. So to recap, there are 3 main takeaways if you want to get started on your growth journey. Number 1, identify your top goals. That's the first step. Why is it? Ask yourself why. Why is it that you want to do this? What matters most to your company? Acquisition, monetization, retention? Just be clear about it. Second, establish clear KPIs and responsibilities to hold yourself accountable as well as the teams around you accountable. Third, unify your teams around a single digital analytics platform to help you get a 360-degree view of your customer and make sure that you build the right experiences, the right actions together with product, marketing, data, IT, sales teams, all teams together on a single platform. So you may ask, why does it matter? Why should we just go through all those steps? It's a lot of work, right? Have companies done it? Yes, they do. They're using it. And it's most likely that you're going to face tough competition because everybody is becoming data-driven. In fact, the best companies are already there. They understand what it takes to drive growth. Ultimately, these leading companies all rely on data. And they have a really good grasp of who their customers are, what they're doing, what causes them to stay, drop. So this is where Amplitude comes in. And let me give you a few examples of what some of our customers have achieved with our platform. So you see 3 leading companies here. Gap, strong retail brand, isn't it? They managed to grow their online users by 34% through personalized campaigns. Fender, anybody here playing music, right? Fender has actually really created an online tutorial application and website. And they've improved their checkout experience by connecting the data from the user behavior from that tutorial website. And once they've improved the checkout experience, they were able to complete purchases with 27% higher conversion. Last but not least, Burger King. Incredible story around Burger King. They created a loyalty program online that boosted the purchase frequency by almost 20%. So let me tell you, loyalty programs, these are going to be really, really important. So these examples, I hope, will give you some clear way to think about how you can start driving growth, what programs you can put together. So with this, I want to leave you with that last thought, how to drive growth together, and let the revolution begin. Thank you very much.